all of this, Joe and Mika?
Well, there does always seem to be an overpromise. You have, as you're going into the press conference, you hear today, for instance, we heard that there was going to be big news from the FDA. All we heard is something that doctors were telling me a week ago, that anti-malaria medicine may be able to make the coronavirus effects a little less severe. But I think what was so striking, first of all, the president was very tired, looked very tired today in the press conference. He made very clear today again, and you talked about the quote, the federal government is not a shipping clerk, but that unlike past presidents, whether it was FDR in World War II or George W. Bush after 9/11, this president is not going to use the White House as the command and control for a national emergency. And the national emergencies don't get much more extreme than this. And instead, what you're hearing time and again, not only on the record from the president, but off the record from top White House officials, is that this is up to the 50 governors. This is up to the free market, up to free enterprise. And what we're going to do, there's a quote that I keep hearing on and off the record, that this is a crisis that's going to be locally managed, state-run, and federally supported. And this federal government, led by Donald Trump, believes that it can only be federally supported by being there and possibly assisting governors, but also by cutting regulations. That seems right now to be the extent of it. We got no answers in the press conference, really, about how quickly these drugs were going to be moved to the market. We really got no answers, no further answers on testing. And at the end, we had this really strange spectacle of the president bashing the media, basically saying that they were swallowing whole Chinese communist talking points. At the same time, the president was talking about bipartisanship and how impressed he's been that this country is coming together. So obviously an uneven performance, and I'm not so sure that it's a performance that will assure the markets today.
Yeah, and Andrea, I think the key takeaway from what we just saw is that we are a country still flat-footed in the fight against a deadly virus that is spreading across the country. You go to this news conference, you want to hear the latest, you want to ask questions about the latest on testing, on supplies like masks and ventilators, and you got sort of long, rambling tirades from the president going all over the place, talking about fantastic remedies that'll be unbelievable, like nothing ever seen before, and none of it is imminent. None of it is now. None of it is anytime soon, and there are no masks, and we have the CDC website guidance giving guidance to make your own. That's where we are.
And to that point, when